Okay, in this video we're going to take a look at how to assign the hidden line display mode for the viewport to hotkey. When this mode was added in Max 9, there was no hotkey devoted to it. So if you press the F3 key, it's going to toggle between wireframe and shaded view, and if you press the F4 key, it's going to toggle on and on the edge faces. But there's no way to go into hidden line display mode from the hotkey, and F2 is for toggle selected faces shaded. So if we go into the other mode, we're going to get into hidden line display, and that hidden line display is just a wireframe display with the background lines called out. So that's the mode that we want to put into on a hotkey, but it's not available in the customized UI. So we'll see what the problem is. I'm going to go into the customized user interface. We're going to go into customized keyboard. So if I go in F2, you'll see that it's the shade selected face toggle. If I press F3, it's wireframe smooth and highlight toggle, and F4 is view edge faces toggle. If I go F5, you know, it's the constraint on X, Y, and Z, and that's no longer wireframe or view mode like F2, F3, and F4. So what I want to do is I want to change that. I want to use the F2 key to do the wireframe and smooth toggle. I want to use the F3 key to do the view edge face toggle, and I want to use the F4 key to go in hidden line. So it's a very simple setup. It's going to allow me to do all the modeling that I need and be able to switch between the modes that I use most of the time. So let's first go into F2. That's the shade. Sorry, I'm going to go at the bottom here into views. And the one that I want to assign to F2 is the wireframe and smooth toggle. So I'm going to go at the bottom here, wireframe smooth, and actually I'm going to extend this so we can see a little bit more. Okay, wireframe smooth shading toggle. That's what I want to assign to F2. So I'm going to assign that. So now F2 is assigned to this. If I press F2, you'll see that it's the wireframe shading toggle. Perfect, that's what I want. Now I want to go and see F3, what's on F3, and you see that it's also wireframe. That's good, but I'm going to change that to the view edge faces toggle. So view edge faces toggle here. So if I press on assign, it's going to assign F3 and F4, so I'm going to remove that for now for F4. And there we go. So now what we should get is F3, and I'm going to assign that to that. So view edge faces toggle is now assigned to F3, and if I press F3 here, that's what we're going to get here. View edge face toggle. Now F4, I want to assign that to the hidden line display. But if you take a look at it here in the views, if you look for the hidden line display, you're not going to be able to see. It's not going to be visible, and it's not listed anywhere, and there's no way to access it to a hotkey. So what we're going to do to counter that problem, we're going to create a script that allows us a macro script that allows us to assign this macro script to the hotkey F4, and it's going to switch to hidden line display. So I'm going to close that for now and test what we've done so far. So F2 is the toggle between shaded and wireframe, and F3 is toggle for edge faces on and off. And now F4, what I want to do is when I'm going to press F4, it's going to go to the hidden line display mode. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open the MaxScript listener. I'm going to just clear off to start with, and I'm going to show you a command that allows you to see what type what's the current view mode for the current viewport. So I'm going to go here and say viewport dot get render level, and that's only applicable to the active viewport. So when I press enter, it's telling me that it's a smooth mode, and actually that's the other here. So I'm going to go here and smooth and highlight, and I'm going to go and grab the command again, oops, to execute it again. It's going to tell me smooth and highlights. That's good. If I go in wireframe mode, it's going to tell me wireframe, and now if I go into hidden line mode, it's going to give me that that variable called hidden line, and I'm going to copy that for now. I'm going to close it down for here, go into MaxScript, create a new script, and I'm going to paste that here, hidden line, and I'm going to create a macro script and I'm going to give it a name. I don't know, hidden line display. Put it in the category, and I'm going to put it in the views category, so the same thing as the other one, so views. I'm going to open parentheses to create the script, so to create the macro, sorry, like so. And now I'm going to just type in the command that allows me to set the render level instead of getting it. So it's viewport dot set render level, and just say equal and inline the way that it was given back from when we executed the get render level from the macro, sorry, the script listener. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go here and say file evaluate all. It's going to evaluate that script. I'm going to go into the Mac script listener to make sure that I'm not getting any error, and I did get an error, so execute that again, evaluate all, and that's good. Okay, so that was not related to that script. Close that down, and now if I go into the, I'm just going to minimize this. If I go and customize user interface, I'm going to press F4, still not assigned to anything, but if I go into the views here, I should get my hidden line display macro script available, assign it. Now it's assigned to F4, and I could save that as my own keyboard setup, so call that Louis keyboard file kbd and enter. So if I want to recall that anytime I want, I'll be able to do that. So now what I've got is, if I press F2, it's smooth and wireframe, F3 is edge faces, and F4 is giving me this big error exception. What did I do wrong here? Set render level. Actually, you know what? I think in my script it needs just, you don't need an equal there. So file, evaluate all, and try it again. F4, yeah, that's it. So F2 is toggle between smooth and highlight and wireframe. F3 is now the edge faces toggle on and off, and if I want to go into hidden line, just press F4, and now you're in hidden line mode. So again, I'm just going to bring that back because I made an error. So that was viewport.set render level, no equals there, and just hidden line has the variable that needs to be put there to set the hidden line mode. So that's how you can change hotkeys and assign different render mode for your viewport using a Mac script.